Hello and welcome everybody to 2004. Retief Goosen won the US Open, and for me, that was a rough year because if SpongeBob SquarePants the movie is the best movie that came out that year, somebody's running around screaming, "No, it wasn't, Dawn of the Dead was better." It's a rough year for entertainment, you know what I mean? But, SpongeBob SquarePants the movie, who could forget? Slightly receding hairline, everybody's like, their eyes are burning out. My eyes! Bald. Love that movie. Can you tell I love that movie? Either way, 2004, Mizuno introduces this, the MP001 Fairway wood. Now, Fairway woods, I like talking about Fairway woods because they're very individual. People love or hate them. It's like, I can't hit that, or I love it, and it's never leaving my bag. It's very, very... But of all the clubs, I would say this and the putter are probably the ones that people get the most emotional about. So let's go take this beauty onto the review table and have a closer look. Looking at the sole, it gives it away here. The toe side of the sole has the M, the Mizuno M logo. MP001 right above this comet cutout right here. 15 degrees loft, 3 wood down here by the heel. And it's interesting as we spin around the skirt, this is a cutout right here. So there's actually indentation, a cutout right here, painted black. And then on the aft portion, we see the Mizuno branding with another cutout here. So those two cutouts frame this nicely. There's just steel there. It's just a little trough running on the sides here. That's all it is. Just design. It might have something to do with how they mounted the carbon fiber. Oh, you can see here. It says steel, graphite, composite. So obviously a steel portion, and they may have used these grooves to fasten this carbon fiber crown onto it. Lovely carbon fiber crown. It looks really good until you add all the wear and tear. Then these things don't always age very well. But I love that top line, very clean. No center mark other than this huge ball mark right here on the crown. And then we have some grooves on the face, just a steel face, looks good. Steel hosel right here, kind of a longer hosel. There's a number right here, not sure if that's going to show up, and V13 on the black ferrule as well. We have a Mizuno branded stiff flex shaft. I don't know if that's focusing. Mizuno stiff flex. You can see right here, 2004. Mizuno, this is not on straight. I'm not sure any other way to describe it. If you hold it so this is straight, it's a really open face. If you hold the face how I would hold it, this is not aligned. Just for how I golf. And then we have a Tour velvet style Mizuno branded grip. So if we look at this 4-star excellence ball strike down here on the toe, you know that the range time is going to be fun. So let's roll that footage. When we're talking about names, okay, when you think of Mizuno, what do you think of? All right, so as an example, we're in Minnesota and we stopped at this place in Rochester called Flapdoodles. It's an ice cream place, and I got a hot fudge sundae. And I was looking at the name, I'm like, Flapdoodles? I'm like, that's a silly name. It's like you can name an ice cream place anything you want. It's like you can name it the Clumsy Ox, and people are just going to have their ice cream, Clumsy Ox. If they spill ice cream all over themselves, they'll be like, I'm the Clumsy Ox. Is that how ice cream eaters talk? And then, you take that same name, like Clumsy Ox. You don't put that on any other business, right? It's not going to say Clumsy Ox, eye surgery. Nobody's going to sign up for LASIK, you know. They're like, I'm going to go somewhere else, you know. There's a lot in a name. Mizuno. When Mizuno, people think irons. They don't think drivers or putters or fairway woods. There's going to be somebody out there who does, but a lot of people, like me, aren't thinking of fairway woods. When I think of a name for fairway woods, this is my brand. Not sponsored. This is legit just my favorite. I love ping fairway woods. I always have. I like this flat design. For me, it just works really well off the fairway. If I'm in the slightest divot or the grass is a little bit long, I'm not going to hit this. But with this gives me some interesting confidence because of the shape of the sole and the shape of the face. It's a little more compact. It reminds me a little bit of the more rounded sole on like a Callaway Warbird or Steelhead fairway wood. Not like the Orlamar or the Adams or the Ping, what I describe as more modern fairway wood. So when I look down at this, I mean, it's beautiful with the carbon crown and it just looks great. So I really like this. I don't hit this any worse than, I'm not like the supreme ball striker when it comes to fairway woods, but I like this. I could put this in my bag easily. And it was something different and carbony from the early 2000s, which I really like. So why would I not get this? I would say the only ding is that I don't associate Mizuno with fairway woods. And as far as like collectability, this isn't something that I would say is collectible, but I'm interested to hear your memories with the MP001. Were you playing Mizuno? I know after Vijay Singh won, was it the 2000 Masters, with his Mizuno driver, all of a sudden there was an interesting kind of Mizuno woods. 2004, it was still kind of lingering around in the back of people's minds. Oh, Mizuno can make some good woods. Let me know your thoughts and memories, and if you would put this in your bag over anything else. A V-Steel, for example, by TaylorMade. I'm excited to read. As usual, huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. I offer general support on Patreon, where I post a few behind the scenes videos and pictures. I also offer an Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. That money comes back into this channel. Thank you for everybody that's made a purchase on Amazon. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I am the Vintage Golfer.